Hi, Steve Norton, Anxiety Specialist here. I want to talk a little bit about teenagers today, especially teenagers from the age of about 14 to about 17. Now, teenagers of that age, as you've probably realised, that they go through quite some difficult times. And the reason why is because at that point in their life, they're in what's called like a halfway house stage in life. So they're not a child, but they're also not an adult. And what's happening in between at that time is that they're going through a transitional point in their life. Their bodies are changing, their brains are developing, their hormones are changing. Whether it's a boy on testosterone or a girl with estrogen changes, there's so many things going on chemically inside of that body that you'll probably find at times that their behavior is very, very erratic. The mood swings, anger is one of the big things that comes from it. So it is actually quite normal. And what I found when I'm working with teenagers, when they're going through that period, it is quite a mentally tough period to go through. The amount of different things that pop into their minds, they can, at one point they could think they're straight, point they could think they're gay, one point they think that they're thinking crazy thoughts and thoughts that worry them, obtrusive thoughts of things they would never ever do. At that period of their life when they're in that, it's almost like that the holding bay stage of life, it can be really tough, and it's hard for a parent to understand why their children, who seem to have everything, never seem to be happy. So when you think about that in-between stage and you look at your own life, you probably went through it too. It's a tough one because you're too young to go to a pub, but you're also too old to go to the wacky warehouse. You are in between, you're in that holding stage, that holding bay, if you like, in between adult and child. So how does that help you? Well, just by simply understanding it and understanding that it is quite a normal stage for people to go through, it'll help you cope with it better. It'll make you react less when they go through these strange little phases they seem to be going through. And it's quite normal for them to have some really crazy, strange, weird thoughts as they go through this period of time. But hopefully, once they get through that period of time, once they get to a certain age, hopefully about 16, 17, 18, the brains will be maturing at that point and start to look at things a lot differently. We all know when you're 15-year-old, you think you know it all, you think you've got the answers to everything, you think you've got it sorted. You look back to your 15-year-old version of yourself now, it's almost like quite embarrassing the way you used to be, the way you used to behave, and the way you used to think. But everyone's got to go through it, and your child has to too. So all you can really do is support them, accept and tolerate some of the mood swings that they go through, and hopefully when they come through that stage and they start to find themselves, start thinking for themselves. Let's face it, there's so much stuff on social media telling people how to think, how to look. It's hardly surprising that they're struggling with things, but all you can do is let them go through it. You can only intervene so much, you can only give so much advice. And you know yourself as a parent, if you give your child advice, they're probably more likely to do the absolute opposite of it anyway. And it's funny because I can tell the kids the same things and they'd actually listen to me and do it because I'm not connected to the family. But because you're family and they see you every day, they just think that you're criticising them, or they'll take it personally as if you're just having a go at them. And that's all part of the hormonal changes that they're going through. So yes, it is quite normal. And in this case, you've just got to ride the storm and hope to come through, and the better for it. So I hope that makes sense, and we'll see you again for another video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my channel so that you can get my videos whenever they get made. I tend to make about a couple of videos a week. So you hit that subscribe there, you'll never miss a video from me. So have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye for now.